Hello guys, welcome to Constram. So today I want to give you a cheat sheet about deep learning and machine learning in remote sensing. So there is this plugin called Deepness, and I want us to look into it, what it does, and how it's changing the field of remote sensing analysis. So first of all, let's look into how we can install this plugin to QGIS, and then how we can use it to do some analysis, and how we can use these models that have been implemented in this plugin. So first of all, just go to Deepness QGIS, and then once you click here, you're going to be redirected to this page. On this page, let's go to details, and then the home page, where we will see some of the models that are present in this plugin. So you can go through this documentation at your own free time. So for now, let's go to Deepness models. So in this plugin, we have a couple of models that have been developed. So you don't have to have any prior knowledge to machine learning, to deep learning, computer vision, and all those. All you need is to have data, and these models are going to do the trick for you. So you can see we have a couple of them and what they do. If you need to do a land cover segmentation sort of classification, we have a model for you. If you need to do buildings, you want to extract buildings from an image, we have the one for us. If you have a Sentinel-2 image, we have a model for that, for agriculture, for fire risk, roads, solar PV. So all these models, also we have more. So it's a whole lot of information that you're getting probably for free, because you don't have to pay anything to get these models. So for demo on how to use these models, I'm going to do one for buildings. I want to extract buildings from Google Satellite Base Map. So what you do, you're going to download this plugin. This model, that's the first thing you need to do. So let's download this. So I've already downloaded this, but you're just going to click here, and it's going to be downloaded maybe to your download folder. Once you have downloaded that, let's move to QGIS and see the magic. So this is my Google Satellite Base Map I have here. So I want to, I've zoomed into this region that has buildings because I'm interested in buildings. Alternatively, you can do it for a shapefile, for region of interest. But for me, I want to focus on this so that I can see how good the model is performing. Maybe I have other projects that I can use the model for. So once I've zoomed in to my region of interest, I'm going to go to plugins. I need to install this Deepness plugin. Go to manage and install plugins. And once I'm there, I'm just going to type Deepness. I can see already I'd clicked it and I'd already installed it. So one thing you need to know is this plugin is using Python. And I think it's advisable for you to have installed Python in your operating system, because once you click install, it's going to ask for some additional installations of some libraries like OpenCV and etc. And I think you need to have Python installed so that it can keep on installed. So when you click install, you'll see another window that is going to pop up. Just say install dependencies, and then once it's done, you can just close and you'll see it here. So now we have our region of interest zoomed in, we have our plugin installed. So just going to click on this, and I'm going to be to open this window on my far right. So with this, let's go and do some analysis. So the input layer is our satellite image. So if I had a orthophoto or I had downloaded an image, that's what I'm going to put there. As long as it's a raster dataset, that's what it's been trained on raster data. So that's what you're going to put as input. For me, I'm going to use the base map or any other base map you have. So I'm using Google Satellite. Here I'm using the visible part. Alternatively, you can do the entire layer. That will be the globe. It will take me, probably my laptop will crash. From polygons, doing it in bits. But for me, I just want to focus on the part that I've zoomed in. It has the buildings I want to extract. Once I've done that, the model type is the segmenter, because from the model I downloaded was for segmentation. If you are doing regression analysis, you're going to do that. You are doing some maybe detection and etc. recognition. You're going to choose that depending on the model type that you downloaded. For me, I'm using segmentation, so I'm going to go with segmenter. So remember, we downloaded a model earlier before. So what you're going to do, you're going to browse and go to where you downloaded it. For me, it was here. Then I'm just going to click open. And once I've actually loaded the model, I'm just going to wait for just a second. Then I'm going to just load default parameters. The default parameters that the model has been built on and how the model has been trained on, that's what I'm going to load. So once that, I'm going to scroll down. So you can see the Google base map has 4 inputs, 4 bands. I think I'm not sure about the extra one, but that is not going to change anything. At least we meet we exceed the requirements. But if your image has less than 3 bands, then it's not going to work as expected. It should have 3 bands because the model requires at least 3. So I'm going to leave the default like that. So for the resolution, I'm going with 50 centimeters. Anything that is 50 centimeters will be, and looks like a building. Based on how the model was trained, it's going to be, I think, processed. The tile size, all those, I'm going to leave it as they are. Tiles that overlap, let me say, I'm going to change these to 15%. But these are parameters that you can fine tune and see what works better for you. So it all depends. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to leave the others as they are. For the output format, I need the classes to be separate. I need the buildings extracted as a different layer from other classes. So once this is all done, I'm just going to click run. So it's saying already in progress. This should not be an issue because I'm just going to cancel, and yeah, here we go. So you can see down here, the toolbar is loading, and in a few you'll have all different layer with buildings only. So once it's done, we can be able to have so I'm going to give it a second. Meanwhile, let's go back to our our plugin and explore more. So you can see let's see something like agriculture. You're doing a task based on agriculture. You can use this model. Let's see an example on the image on what actually it does. So this is how your classification will look like. Let me translate this to English. Maybe you have an agriculture problem that you're trying to solve. And this is how the image is going to look like. Here you have a weed cluster and a waterway. It's going to classify water, any maybe trenches along your data set that contain water, and etc. depending on the number of classes that are present in your data. Same for fire and risk. So here you have you want to extract roads from an image. It's going to classify your image as either roads or no roads, and then you can see here you can see an output. Let's see the PNG. I hope it loads. Yes. So if you need to extract roads, this is how the output it's going to be. So all you have to do is come here and download these models, and then load them in QGIS. And okay, I'm not sure about what solar PV segmentation means, but solar systems. I think it's probably something about these solar panels or something. On how you can extract them. Let's check out the output from an image. Yeah, it's the solar panels. So I think for this you need to have a very high resolution image, probably an orthophoto, for you to be able to extract this kind of information. So these are it's going to look like at the end. Looks like if you look at the first one, you can see it has actually extracted these solar panel, and you can see these are single resolution. These are mask of this image. Then it extracts like this multi-resolution and stuff. So if you can see for multi-resolution, it's much better than a single resolution. You can see it actually even takes the shape just as it looks in the original image and the mask. For single resolution, it's a bit not that good, but still doing the job. So I think for better results, again, you have to consider the quality of the image. So these are some of the models you can go on and explore. And if you want to do something like maybe land use using your image or any of the data set you are using, you can always come here and check out these. This is a classification of an image. You can see it's actually doing some really good job for this demo. You can see it has classified water, vegetation, buildings, even roads I can see, and it all looks good. So guys, you definitely need to check this. So our processing has been completed. You can see some of these some of the output we've got. So I'm going to just click OK. So you can see all classes are separate layers. This is what I meant by background is sort of area of interest, and the buildings that I'm interested in. If you're doing a model that has more classes, there will be something sort of this. So I'm just going to close this window for us to visualize, and I'm going to turn off the background. So you can see how good this model has performed. It is actually trying to pick, at least it has picked, if not all the buildings in this image. You can see they might not be the perfect rectangles, but it has actually detected all the buildings. So this is a good way to map out buildings. Maybe you have an emergency, maybe something sort of flood risk management, or you need to plan, you need to know how many people, how many buildings, is it dense in this region. This is really good. The lower part, it was not part of our area of interest. That's why the buildings have not been picked. Otherwise, I think the plugin has done a tremendous job. I like it, and definitely you should try it too for your tasks. Thank you guys, and wow, you need to try these. Bye, see you later.